Hiya. She stood by there to make sure that it works properly.
Yeah, it's worked. There you go.
It's working. She's dinged. So it's just you and me here today. Right. What are we making today? Oh, I forgot to bring all the new boutique stuff over. So, hi, Ran. Apparently, you're not here because my thingy says there's nobody here yet. How are you all? It's Thursday. It's dark. I don't like this time of year. I don't mind once you get used to it, but this time of year where it's starting to get a bit dark is a bit... Anyway, we are making Christmas gift bag, right? So I've forgotten to bring ribbon as well. I had a disaster. I can't draw a Christmas tree. I found out that, I was trying to draw this Christmas tree, but apparently I'm not slanting it enough. So I printed one. Now, we'll put this on the website if anybody wants it. I printed a Christmas tree. So if I show you, I printed a Christmas tree like that on the website, and then I cut it in half and added it to a piece of paper. Okay, so that I ended up with this. And when you close it, it becomes a Christmas tree. How cool is that? I think probably it needs more delineation, but I'm not changing it. It worked, so I'm not changing it. So how are you all? Hiya, Jean. How are you? You back home now? And Anne's on YouTube. And Eileen, how are you? That's why I couldn't see you. And you're on Facebook now. Okay. And hiya, Liz. How are you? So we are making it. Yeah, it didn't quite. The first one didn't quite go according to plan. I mean, it would work, but I think I've got too much up here. Anyway, we then did this. Now, I'm trying to remember what I did now. I drew it out. She did say there was another Frickson pen. Let's go over to here. Add some pom-poms or rickrack. Yes, that would be amazing. I've actually got proper Christmas bauble. I mean, you've seen me use this before. I think I used it on a project bag. And it was, I'm just going around the outside of this. I think I'm a bit close to there, but never mind. Just going around. I want to be able to see it so that I can go on the lines. It's not coming out very well. I don't know whether I'm just using it wrong or I could probably use a Sharpie and it wouldn't matter. Right, I've just moved that because I took the pin out. Do you know, I swear pins just disappear. Okay, so while I'm drawing this out, you want an outer. Now I've got a fat quarter here. I'd be able to get at least 2 trees, I think, from a fat quarter. You want lining. See, I found the pin. You want lining and an outer, really, and you want a bit of ribbon or string or something to make it the drawstring. You could just do plain green and then decorate it like Jean suggested. That would be quite good. So you can see that I've added a little bit extra on the top because you need to be able to get, you don't want it to be pointed at the top. You need it to be open. So I've come up halfway and just gauged it and put it in. Like I say, I can put it on the website. It'll be £1 because I'm not sure that we can do it free. and you'll be able to, you don't have to deal with it. You can just use it then. Right, so where am I? What am I doing? I'm just going to chop that off there. And what we want to do is we want to straighten this bit out here so that we're definitely at the edge there. That up there, like that. I've got a trunk, okay? I've got me outside and I've got me inside. So I'm going to chop that bit off there, and we're going to freewheel that because it's a bit long. There we go, like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew this into a trunk, okay? I'm going to put this right sides together. I'm going to sew up and round. You only need to do the two edges. However, I'm going to sew that bit as well because then I haven't got to cut the thread because it's a lazy thing. And then we're going to sew one of these to one of these. Okay, I've got two pieces here like that. I've put them right sides together. I'm going to sew one of these to one of these, and I'm going to make sure that I'm sewing one of the ones with the drawing. Can you see I've drawn around this one at home? I'm going to make sure that the one that I've drawn on here is on the bit that I haven't drawn. So if you see what I mean. No, I'm not. I'm going to make sure that the two drawn ones are together so I can see them when I'm sewing them together afterwards. So, are you all ready for Christmas? We don't tend to do Christmas until Meg's had her birthday, which is the 16th. So where's the thing? I want to put that with, where's the outside there? I want to make sure that I'm putting this line with this line. Okay, so I'm going to pin that there. I'm going to make sure that it meets on the other side. And we're going to, I'm doing this so that I can draw, you could pin them together, I suppose, and then, you need to put them right sides together, Sarah Jane. Okay, so that's right. Yeah. I'll get there in the end. I had it right, but the wrong way around. So we'll get there in the end. Right there. How many times do you sew something and it turns out to be the wrong way round? We're going to stick a needle in there, and that comes out, should come out even with that one. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. So we're going to sew those two together so that I can see those when I'm working on it, and then we're going to sew those two together. Okay, and it doesn't matter about lining that bit up because we are we're going to put them on the bottom and sew on these. Right, okay, so £1 is a bargain and well worth it to support the shop. Thank you, Jean. We really do appreciate you. Right, so I'm doing a 1/4 inch. If I can find the 1/4 inch line, there we are. Edge of foot. Where's my foot? There we go. Come on, babe. You can do it. Come on. There we go. There is no, you don't have to sew it 1/4 inch. Just sew it. Okay? Just choose edge of foot and go for it. And then we're going to sew this one together as well. Where is it? There. I want my baubles up the right way. I think the baubles are up the right way. Keep your fingers crossed on that as well. So I wanted the baubles to look like a tree. So back over here. I'm going to cut that there like that. And we're going to put this. That's right. So as we're quilters, we are going to put the one side going towards the baubles, and I'm finger pressing this. This one I could iron. I don't want to iron this one because then I'll lose all my marks and then we're stuffed, really. So this one needs to come towards the red. Needs to go towards the red. There we go. So now we can put them right sides together. So you've got your baubles lined up like that, and your red lined up. So you've got a red lining and a bauble outside. And I'm feeling for where my what's it called? The seam allowance clicks into place. Sorry, my brain went off on a tangent then, which is no good for when you're trying to explain something to someone. So we have a quilted jacket class this weekend. So we're starting to look forward to that. When I say we, I'm starting to look forward to that. And if it goes according to plan, we'll do another one next year. So those of you that couldn't get onto it will be able to, I need to move that over a bit. We'll be able to join in next year. We need to sort out classes for next year. Okay, that's a bit better. So they're all clicked into place. Let's do that and that. Right, last time, the one that I needed a better opening. I was too close up here. So I'm going to take my opening further down. I'm going to mark that there. Is that the one I was using? What's this? Don't think I can see that yet. So we just need it to be big enough to get a safety pin through, really. So I'll put that on there. I'm just leveling it up with my seam allowance there. So we know we're looking for the red one. We also need to do this. Okay, so this is just a piece of brown, so it looks like a trunk. And we're going to sew that and then come back to there. Sunshine in Guernsey today. There's lovely. I've missed some of you coming on, I'm afraid. We are making a Christmas gift bag. It's supposed to look like a Christmas tree when you're finished with it. I mean, we could make all sorts of things, couldn't we? Baubles and stuff. Oh, there we are. Jean, that's nice. You'll be able to make them. I mean, the dog one, I'll be able to put something for Dave in that because he's the dog person. I should get some of the perfect Christmas for the girls. Well, at least Erin. And I think there's a koala one there. So I was going to get some of the koala fabric for Elsie for the table gift. You know, the gift boxes that we did last week. Chris's gift box. Right, I'll push that one out. Oh, I found the pen I was using now. This is how I craft at home. Do you know, I took some of this fabric home the other day. Do you think I could find it? I mean, I can't even find the Christmas boxes from last week. So we've now done this. Now you could stuff it. Okay, you could stuff this if you wanted to, but we are just going to pin it in the middle-ish. Okay, there's my line that I'm going to be sewing on. So I want this to hang over just that little bit like that. It's quite dark fabrics, and I'm going to pin that in place there. Okay, and we're going to sew it. We're going to leave some gaps here. Oh, leave some gaps here like that for the drawstring to go through, and we're going to leave a gap on the bottom here for me to pull it all the way through. Okay, so it seems about right. We're just going to sew all the way around now. So talk to me. Not that I can see. You're looking forward to the jacket, Julia. The need to quilt your yeah, Anne's not quilted her fabric yet either. Mary is quilting it as we speak. She's out there on Daphne quilting it. No, I'm sewing on the line. Okay. I find it easier. It's something that I learnt when we did a wreath class when we were first opened, and it was it was all done in felt, and it was easier to sew it on the line than cut it out and then try and sew it, because if you could see my line properly, you'll see that I'm really not following it very well. But it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because it's going to not fit in the other one quite so well. But I'm not going to worry about it. Nobody's going to pull it out and go, oh, your lining doesn't fit. And if they do, just don't make them anything else. So I'm just going around. Now, if you could shorten your stitch on something like this when you're trying to go around curves and things, so that you, hang on, I'm going to go back there. It's easier to go around curves if you have a smaller stitch. So we're going round again, round here. And I can only just see the lines. But I hope this looks like a Christmas tree. A little bit more. Going around the corner. So when you're at home, I mean, you could do this with a Sharpie and then sew on the inside of the Sharpie. It doesn't have to be something that irons off for this type of thing. Yeah, you could sew it with the Sharpie, draw it out with the Sharpie, and then sew on the inside of that line, and it'll be in your seam allowance then. I thought a curve would be better. Okay, going around now. Looking forward to the jacket too, and you still haven't quilted it either. I mean, the only reason why we said to quilt it was because some of you would take all day quilting and you'll never get a jacket done. But I'm hoping if you all turn up, right, I've got my trunk is going in there now. You can feel that. If the jacket's all quilted, it means that we can go straight on to laying out your pattern. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the different fabrics that you're making your jackets from. Sonia, has your fabric turned up? It definitely went yesterday. It should have gone out in the post yesterday. So and we'll do hers Saturday morning. She's so quick. Yes, that's true. She'll be like a whiz bomb. We kept her busy this week because we're cutting like mad, ready for Sewing Street on Monday. So Tuesday, we'll be packing all your orders. Well, I say your orders, the orders. We've got all sorts going on. Did you see the cushions that Sarah did last night? Oh, love them. I love them. However, I'm not sure. You see, I think they'd look good in my lounge all year. You wouldn't need to just leave it for Christmas, would you? I think they look like Smarties. Right, I've come to the next bit where I'm going to do the drawstring. So just lock stitch that. And start it again there. Last bit now. There really wasn't anything I could prep. I suppose I could make them and then just talk you through it. That would be a quicker one, wouldn't it? Have you seen, I'm just wittering now, have you seen the chap on the reels who he doesn't sew anything, he shows you what's going on and talks you through how to sew it, but each time he's finished with one bit of the demonstration, he chucks it to one side. I love it. He's so deadpan. And I've been watching Tammy's something or other, your favourite quilting teacher. I watched her doing the quilted jacket, and that was interesting. I would like the time to go around all the charity shops and pick up some pre-loved quilts. I think that's going to be okay. Okay, round we go. Tell the straight lines, can't you? I really should learn to do more straight line projects instead of all these curvy wurvy ones. So where are we? Right, we've done the sewing bit. Okay, so it's on your cutie frame, ready and waiting. So hopefully it'll all go well. I'm sure we'll do a show and tell with them all. So we're just going to cut round my sewing lines like this, hopefully. So yeah, I've got another quilted jacket. I hot flush then, because I thought I'd cut something wrong, but I haven't. So we're just going around my sewing, and then we're going to clip into the in bits. Around like this. Do you find when you use your your pinking shears, ooh, that's close, do you find it gets tighter as you're using them, and then the next time you go to use them they've loosened up again? It's like the elves come along and loosen them for you. I should have done a smaller tree. So we're just coming around here. Oh, that's the thing. Thinking, why is it jumped that far on the stitches? But it's not. It's where I cut the stitch. I'm not sure that's going to fit into its counterpart on the other side, but we'll pretend it does. Oh, that was a bit closer. Right. We talked about, when you have this bit that's got to tuck in, if you give it a little bit extra, it tends to tuck in a lot easier than if you're using fiddly little bits. So we've taken all the pins out. It's the moment of truth. Look at that. So we're going to birth it out of this little bit here. Hiya, Carol. How are you? You're watching on your tiny phone. It'll be all good. It'll be all good. It'll maybe hide some of the mistakes. Right, I don't want that. We're going to put that in the bin like that. So I'm going to pull all these out and we're going to iron it. Okay, we're going to prod it now with a knitting needle. I'm going to prod all the little bits out. So there's my trunk. Okay, I got my trunk, and there's my bottom corner on that one side. Oh, look at that. There's another bottom corner there. I love this fabric. We've been looking at fabric for next year as well, next Christmas. Oh, I didn't chop into my curves. If you clip into the curves, that's because I'm talking and not listening. If you snip into these curves, it does go better. Because I do listen to you when you tell me to do these things. I think on the last one we had somebody said snip these bits where I've gone in. If you snip them, don't snip through your threads, otherwise you've got to sew it all over again. There we go. One there and one there. If I could find a Karen K. Buckley scissors, I wouldn't need to. I could just snip. Those are going to bunch up inside. I'll go back and do those. So I shove them all up in there. And as you're pushing them out, they should now sit better. Hiya, Patty. How you doing? Everybody that's come in and I haven't said hello, I'm really happy to see you. Yeah, they're sitting a little bit better. So I think if you're sewing at home, maybe sew a more pronounced sticky outy bit. Mine are not sticky outy bit enough, I don't think. I think they need to be more pronounced, I think, because you sew and you just lose it on your curves. I think like that. We're doing all right. And then shove these bits out. Yeah, they need to be shoved out, don't they, in order to go back in. So there we go. That's one. That's two. I'm going to get my fingers in these once they're inside as well. It's 2, 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And you're going to shove this inside. And I'm wondering whether Sarah's got any ribbon or anything here that I can pinch. So there we go. You push it in there. And in there. It's all fitting quite nicely inside. Where's that one gone? Yesterday I was shoving number 2 down number 3 hole and then and wondering why I hadn't got something to go in number 1 hole. So there we go. There's our Christmas tree. So you need to sew up your bottom hole in there, and you then take a safety pin. Can't find one of those. Got a safety pin. Got any ribbon? Ribbon. Is that going to be long enough? No, that's not long enough. This might be long enough. Yeah, that'll be long enough. We'll make a ribbon. Just for the thingy of finishing it off. So, got some ribbon. You're going to put your safety pin in there, like that. You're going to finish this off. You could top stitch this so that it sits perfect. Then you're going to find your hole and thread your ribbon through. So you're going to go all the way round on this side, and then your second piece you're going to go from the other side I think if you do this bit, if you make the channel, if you work out where you are and actually sew a channel, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to drop if you don't put the channel in. Where's my hole? There it is. Like that. That's why you need a channel set. It does drop. It's all the way down here. Well, you live and learn, eh? So, before you put your ribbon in, sew a channel. Because I've lost my ribbon now. Your ribbon's all the way down here. And the channel, the holes are not big enough for me to pull your thingy out. So you would put that in. So you can't not do all the steps in the right order, obviously. I could do with something to pull that back up there. Anyway, let's see if we can make it come up. Just come up a bit. So keep coming. When you close it, you're going to pull it from both sides. And it will close, and you should have a Christmas tree. So, I'm well, ribbon in from that side and ribbon in from that side, and then you do this. Why don't I just show you on this one? So I threaded. Look, I've even got a channel. I did it right on this one. So you're gonna thread your ribbon in from this side all the way around to come back out this hole, and then you go in this side all the way around to come back out that hole. So when you pull it, it closes and becomes a Christmas tree. That'll be another project that never gets finished, eh? So there you go. So show me your bits. You know, when you make it, show me how you do it. A few of you have bought the Chris's Christmas box template. Chris's Christmas box template. But I've not seen any pictures yet. So let's see your pictures. If you do this, let me know, and tell me whether or not you make the branches more what's the word? More pronounced. I'm going to go now because my words are all getting muck and fuddled. So I will see you next week. What are we doing next week? I don't know. I'll see you next week. It's not long till the retreat either. I'll see some of you on the quilted jacket next on Sunday, and I'll see the rest of you on Thursday. Ta-ra!